Alright, hi. Welcome in to Darth Jar Jar Reviews. Misa Darth Jar Jar, and today we will be reviewing the Ultimate Edition Gobbledy Gooker and Undertaker 2-pack. Alright, let's go. So right off the bat, we've got, it's a very colourful box, and it's a massive box. It is huge. Obviously it's got two Elites in it, or two Ultimate Editions rather in it. But it's very bright. Obviously, the original WWF logo, Survivor Series, all nice. You can see you've got the back of the box. That shows the Gobbledy Gooker hatching from the egg. And then, obviously on the side, the Ultimate Edition with the Undertaker and Gobbledy Gooker. The front is where the best design is, in my opinion. It's got a picture of the Undertaker and the Gobbledy Gooker. Survivor Series, and at the side it's more of the same. Got a picture of the Undertaker, picture of the Gobbledy Gooker, and yeah, this box is just insane, man. To put the size of the box into perspective, I've got an Elite. This is just the first Elite box I could find. It's the 106 Pole Bearer, but you can just see side by side. This box is just insane. Like, it's absolutely mammoth, and it's a really nice box. I really like it. All right, opening it up, we've got both the Ultimate Editions, the Undertaker, the Gobbledy Gooker, and the egg. I'm going to crack these out of the box, and we can see what we got. So, here's everything out of the box. You've got the two Ultimate Editions and the egg. I'm going to review these one on one. Alright, I'm going to start off with the Undertaker, and this figure, man. This is just looks amazing. It's superb. Everything is presented nicely. Obviously, it's the standard Ultimate Edition box. It's a really nice box. Wouldn't expect anything less from Mattel and ringside. Everything's presented nicely. You've got the figure, the tie, the trench coat, the hat, an extra head. You've actually got two interchangeable black gloves and two interchangeable grey gloves with the grey wrist cuffs to make it not only a debut Undertaker, but also an early Undertaker from 1990 to, I believe, early 94, I believe it was. Obviously at the side you got just Undertaker, the old WWF logo. Turning it around, you got a nice photo at the top of the Ultimate Edition with Brother Love, the name. You got a nice image of the Undertaker there, just a couple of his stats, a bit of a description about him, and then turning him to the last side is just a nice image of the Undertaker. It's the same one used on the box, on the big box. So yeah, I'm gonna crack this guy open and we'll have a closer look. And here he is out of the box, and ringside have absolutely smashed it, man. He looks so good. Something disappointing though is, and this is just the way that it was packaged, is the trench coat. I thought it was going to be like more of a like cotton like material, but it's more fabric, and unfortunately some of it's gotten a bit crimpled in the package. I'm sure I can just iron it and it should come good. But that is a little bit disappointing that you know, that's all been a bit crimpled up and stuff. But if I remove the hat, this face print, let's talk about this face print. They've absolutely smashed it. It looks so good. It looks so much like Mark Calloway, so much like the Undertaker, that if my camera will focus, that right eye is a little bit misprinted. It's not directly straight like the left eye is, but it still looks good. I can see people taking this head and using it for a WCW Mean Mark Callis or something. I mean, they've absolutely This face is absolutely awesome. It captures Mark Calaway. It looks like early Undertaker. It looks so good. It looks so good, man. The opposite head, the other head that came in the box, is even better, man. That captures early Undertaker. That just looks like he's going to hurt you. That looks like he is just going to just methodically pick you apart in the ring. And yeah, they've smashed it. This is my favorite. This is my favorite head sculpt out of the two, and it's great. They've done an amazing job. Yeah, he just looks just scary, which is early Undertaker. You want him to look scary, so they've nailed it. So moving on, we've got the tie. The tie looks good. Not much to say on the tie. Looks like Undertaker's tie. That's all you really want. It wasn't anything too special either. The tie was just black with a bit of grey, and later on he moved to the purple gear, and it was just purple with a bit of black as well. So yeah, the trench coat is nice. It's accurate. As I say, mine got a little bit crimpled in the package, but it does look nice. And it's accurate to the Undertaker, to early Undertaker. So no complaints from me apart from that just those little crimples in the suit, but I'm sure I can just iron it out. It's not a big deal. And here's how he looks with his entrance gear off. This is just his ring gear with the black gloves, which were obviously from his first match at Survivor Series. Looks good. Looks really good. Looks really accurate, which is exactly what you want. The arms are all good. There's no tattoos because early Undertaker didn't have tattoos. The boots are nice. The boots are very nice. Going full 360. The arms look good. Undertaker was big back in the day. Still is big now, I guess. They look good. Obviously the shirt's got those little sort of, I guess you'd call them rips in it, just to make him look more dark and ghoulish, and yeah, it works really well, and it's really good mold for the shirt. So moving on to the articulation, he doesn't have a lot of forward crunch, like not very much. Like that's him standing up straight, and then he can only go forward that much. He can go back a fair bit. Like, he can go back a decent amount, but forward he can't go much. In the hips he can. Obviously, you bend the hips, he can go further. But yeah, not as much movement as I would have thought at the top there. Obviously, double jointed arms that are standard with the Ultimate Editions. They look good. Getting the arms up, they can sort of, because of the way that the shirt is made, and you know, he can sort of only get them up to there. He can't get them up full stretch. You can sort of get them up there, and getting them beyond this point becomes a little bit of a struggle. You can still do it, but it's just sort of like that. You can do it, but yeah, it's not really. It's more comfortable to stop it there, I'd say. Which for Undertaker, I think, for early Undertaker, I think that's okay. Would have liked the arms to go further, but we'll take it. I'm happy with that. So not only does he have the twisting hips, but he's got a bend before the hips that can twist, like in the midsection, the ab. He can twist like the middle section, full 360, and then he can twist the hips as well. You can twist the hips as well like that, so you can get him into some very, very unique poses. Which is great. For what you pay for. You want ultimate articulation on these action figures, and that's exactly what they provide. Moving on to the legs, they've got the feet, the toes bend, which is really nice. Obviously he's got the grey sort of, what you call it, padding there, which was standard with Undertaker. The legs, Legs are a little bit stiff. I haven't moved it like this. I've just opened it from the box. But you can get a kicking motion like that going. The double jointed knees as well. They bend nicely. The leg can come out there. So you can get him into some really, really unique poses, which is great, and that's the same on the other leg as well. So really good figure all in all. For me, if it wasn't for that little trench coat mishap in the packaging, this would be perfection for me. I'm a massive Undertaker fan, and this just ticks every box in my book. And here he is with the grey gloves in the full grey attire, which is how I will be displaying him. I won't be displaying him with the black gloves. The grey gloves look good as well. They're the same hands and same wrist cuffs as the black ones, just in a different colour. Obviously you've got the open grip hand there that can hold a microphone and weapons and stuff. And then this hand is a bit more unique. I believe it's sort of like him reaching out for the urn to get the power of the urn to continue absolutely decimating his opponents. Would have been nice had they given maybe like a choke slam hand or something to him, just for a bit of extra variety. But I mean, I'm happy with that. And he looks really good with the grey gloves as well. So yeah. And this is how he looks alongside the Elite 106 pole bearer, and man, they look good together. They look really good together. Once this review is done, they'll be going on my shelf exactly like this, man. They are just perfect. I mean, they're the ultimate duo. I don't have a Brother Love in my collection, so these will have to do. And I'd much rather have Undertaker with Paul Bearer than Undertaker with Brother Love. And these two together just look absolutely awesome. So yeah, Ringside has absolutely smashed it out of the park with this Ultimate Edition Undertaker. I'm really happy with it. 2 interchangeable gloves, different coloured gloves, the interchangeable head. Maybe it would have been nice to have another one. Obviously, there's some slight packing issues with my trench coat and my hat, but those are little problems, and all in all, this figure for me is, I mean, it really is perfection. It is so good. It is so good, man. So, yeah. I think that'll do for my review of the Ultimate Edition Undertaker. I've covered everything I think we need to cover. So we'll move on to the Gobbledygooker and the egg. So here is the egg and the Gobbledygooker. The Gobbledygooker packaging, same as the Undertaker, same as every other Ultimate Edition package really. Got a nice image of the Gobbledygooker at the back. Got Elite, the Ultimate Edition version with Mean Gene. There's some information about him hatching from the egg. Obviously Gobbledygooker. Standard Ultimate Edition boxing. It comes with an interchangeable head and just the one pair of hands, unfortunately. That's a bit disappointing, but I'm not as big on this Ultimate Edition. I'm not as big on the Gobbledygooker as I am on the Undertaker. I am a massive Undertaker fan. And there is the egg itself. Comes in a pretty plain box, Survivor Series with question marks. And then obviously it's a 3-piece egg. So I'll crack these open and we'll get into the review. Alright, and here we have the Gobbledygooker with the giant egg as well. The Gobbledygooker is a very unique figure. As you can see, I think all these parts have been custom, apart from the hands. All the parts have been custom made for this. So that's one thing I'll give it, is that it is really unique. The head mold especially this second interchangeable head is just massive, man. It is just massive. Way bigger than a normal action figure's head. It does come with the the 2 interchangeable hands. You've got the straight hands, the chopping sort of hands, and then you've got the mic holding open slightly hands. One thing that is disappointing as I was taking it out of the box is that these arms pop off really, really, really easily. I understand that it is a new mold and such, but that is disappointing that both arms just pop off really, really easily. As for the arm, you can see, I believe that this is a custom made piece for just the Gooker. It's got feathers all over it. The lighting is not that great. It's got feathers all over it. As for articulation, it's got some bend to it, not very much, but it's decent. You know, it's decent. Yeah, would have liked a bit more articulation, but that's just because of the way that the feathers print and stuff is designed. I don't know how they can reuse any of these parts. I really don't know. So that means that they're probably just going to use it for this, and yeah. And so this is how he looks with the other head and the other hands. The hands are good. That head is massive, man. All right, to show off how big the head is, the Undertaker is next to it, and you can see it's over double the size of the Undertaker, which is kind of a standard elite head, I guess. It is just massive. It's got the little would you call it a rooster beard? I don't know, rooster type look to it, and the back as well. The back of both heads is very similar. Just one is a lot smaller and one is a lot bigger. But this is the bigger one. I do think I do prefer this head. I do think I prefer this head to the old head. The feet as well are really nice, custom made parts. It's got the chicken legs, obviously. The yellow, the orange, the yellow and the black, all down the legs and stuff. It's nice. You can actually get the legs up a decent way there, which is good. And obviously you can get them pointing out to the side and stuff, which is great. Yeah, as I say, the arms do pop off really, really easily like that. Which this figure's been out for a while, so I don't know if it's just a problem with mine or if that's been a problem with everyone. I assume it is just because of the custom made with the feathers and stuff. It's bigger than usual, so maybe Mattel didn't plan for that. As for the torso and stuff, it's really nice. It's accurate, which is good. There's lots of orange, lots of yellow, lots of blue around, which is the Gobbledy, all the feathers and stuff. His arms will really only go up to there before they drop. And one thing about the bigger head is that it doesn't attach as well. So if you knock it too hard, it comes off. It comes up pretty easily there. So yeah, I'm liking it. It's unique. It's different. It's different to all the other figures. And in the background, of course, we have the giant egg, which I'll review in a second. But yeah, so it's a really unique figure. It does have some problems with arms and the second head and stuff, but you know, you can see that comes off. I'm not gonna take it off, but it probably could come off if I popped out the other arm, that top part. So you can still get a bit of hip movement and stuff in there. As you can see, despite the bigger like torso and stuff, you can still get it into some good poses. The crunch and the back crunch is it's non-existent pretty much, just because of this giant feather fabric and stuff, which limits a lot of its articulation to 100%. Still good. I don't really know what poses you'd be putting the Gooker into, but yeah, it doesn't have that much forward ab crunch. You can bend the knees obviously at the hips and stuff, and it's got the double jointed knees. I'm not sure if it has double jointed arms just because of that unique element. I think it does have double jointed arms there, but I can't really tell that well, and it doesn't have much articulation anyway, so it wouldn't matter if they gave it double jointed arms. All right, let's get into the egg. Here we have the giant egg. It's a 3-piece part. There's 2 eggs and then obviously the top. it is big. To put it into size, there's the Undertaker. So you can see it's fairly big, and the Gobbledy Gooker as well. It's decent size. I think it's an accurate size. I don't know if it's 100% accurate, but it's huge. And I mean, if you have your own ring setup and stuff, and you want to put the egg at the front of the stadium to recreate the Survivor Series, that'll achieve the job very, very well. Obviously, you can take the top off just like that. It's not being held on by anything. It's just really easy. You take it out. Inside the egg, it is hollow. It is hollow there, so nothing special going on in there. You can put the Gobbledy Gooker in there. I have tried to get him bending down. I can't do it. I'm not sure if you can do it. I haven't been able to do it, but I mean that looks like he's just come out of the egg there, so that's not terrible at all. So yeah, you can easily fit a figure in there. You can fit him in the other way as well, sort of lying down there. Yeah, nothing too special. I'm going to go ahead and break this egg apart, and we'll see it in two separate parts. Here is the egg in two separate pieces. They come in and go apart really, really nicely. As I say, they're hollow. There's nothing too special. On the outside, you got a bit of colouring there for the nest. The egg sitting on top. Inside is just nothing. It's just hollow. And that's how the Gobbledy Gooker would look inside the egg. But I mean, the egg is nothing special. Like it's a nice element to have. It's a good element to have. It's just the three pieces. But like there's nothing really else to say. It's hollow. It's a good element. It's a unique element. They've never done it before. It's a nice element to have. Just having a giant egg there for, I don't know, whatever you could think of you need a giant egg for, you can use it here. But like it's just the three pieces. The top comes off, which is nice, but apart from that, it's nothing too special. Even the underside is just plain. And I mean, I don't know what more you want from a giant egg, and I think Ringside did very, very well. Very, very unique element, which is nice, and it fits nicely with the Gobbledy Gooker. Here's how they look side by side on the rotating base that I've got. They look good together. I don't know why you'd ever have them together. Height, they're similar in heights. Obviously, the Undertaker is a little bit taller for obvious reasons, but they look good. They look good. The Gobbledy Gooker is very, very unique, as I keep saying. I don't see another reason why they would ever make this figure. So this may be the one and only Gobbledy Gooker that they ever make, because this is the first time in the line, and I don't really see a situation in which they ever release another one. And if they did ever release another one, I wouldn't be shocked if it was just the same as this, just a re-release, maybe without the egg and maybe a head and stuff. But the figure itself, I'm sure, would remain the same. So, all in all, it is a very, very good 2-pack. I really like it. I really like it. You get good accessories with the egg and the Gooker, and as well as the Undertaker. He's got some really, really good figures. The Undertaker is my favourite of the two, obviously. I bought it mainly for the Undertaker. Interchangeable head. They've got multiple sets of hands and wrist cuffs. The Gobbledy Gooker's accessories are nice. I do like this head. It doesn't fit on as well as the first head does, but it is still nice, and it is massive. The hands, I mean, I probably would have preferred if they gave us a bit more variety. Same with the Undertaker. I don't know what more you could really do with the Gobbledy Gooker. The Undertaker is perfect for me. The Gobbledy Gooker is really, really, really good. I can see this being a very popular 2-pack. I believe it is very popular at the moment. I don't think they're ever going to make another Gobbledy Gooker, or if they do, I don't think it'll be any different to the one that was released here. And now I just need to wait for this version of The Undertaker in his purple gear, because that is my favourite version of The Undertaker. So if they ever do another version in his purple gear, that'll be a day one buy for me. But yeah, I think that'll pretty much wrap things up. that'll pretty much wrap things up. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.